Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. So today I'm here to talk to you about my wildest dreams. That's right. I did this video just over a year ago and it was inspired by Michele Wang. If you don't know Michele Wang, frankly, you've wasted your whole life up to this point so far. Michele has a luxury beauty channel here on YouTube. She's amazing, funny, classy, always has the tea, the great honest reviews, the beautiful makeup, and all from luxury high-end brands. It is a treat for the eyes, let me tell you. So Michele came up with this amazing idea at the end of, what must it been, the end of 2018, where she filmed a video talking about products that she wishes existed or that she'd love to see come into existence in 2019. So I stole her idea right out of her brain and did my own list around this time last year. I'm a little late, I won't lie to you. So it was about a year ago, and let me tell you, I had a look back at that video prior to filming this one, and some of them now exist. And I'm just really waiting for my checks to come in, because technically those were my ideas. So a couple of the products that I wished into existence this time last year was Fenty Mascara, Fenty Concealer, although I kind of take that wish now. Didn't really work out for me, you know? It can't always work out, let's just say that. But several of the products that I wished for in this video last time round, as I said, came true. My wishes were granted. So I'm here to do it again, because if that's how easy it is, then we've got to get it out there. We've got to put our ideas out there, because apparently brands just watch my videos and steal all their ideas for the year. And who can complain about that? Not me. Let's get started. Now, some of these, if you've been here a long time, if you are an OG, you will notice a couple of these were in my previous video, but they weren't listening. And they still don't exist. So all I can do is repeat myself, because that's all we can do at this point. First up, Fenty blushes. They have bronzers, they have highlights, they have concealer, they have powder, they have everything. Well, I don't know if you could say blushes. They brought out that palette which had all what was essentially colourful highlights, and they've brought out a couple of products that I think if you have deeper skin and you love a glowy blush, perhaps you could use it in that way. But I couldn't really call them blushes, if you see what I mean, because they're just very like metallic. They are highlights, you know. I'm thinking Penny Few Thoughts and the one that I can't remember that they brought out because they named it something ridiculous the first time round. So yeah, what I want to see is blushes. I want to see satin natural finish blushes, even matte blushes from Fenty. That's what I want to see in single pan form. That's what I'd love to see from Fenty in 2020. Oh, it rhymed. Little bonus poem there for you. Next up, this one wrote itself when Natasha De Nonna brought out her 5-pan mini glam palette. My first thought was, I want that now. My second thought was, if that's the mini, where's the full size, Natasha? Because I'm gonna need more of this. The thought of one of these palettes, imagine it, let me paint you a picture. A Metropolis sized palette, a Metropolis priced palette, or even a Sunset. Was it Sunset or Sunrise? Which one's which? The smaller one that she brought out last year. Is it Sunrise? I think it is Sunrise. What is happening? Imagine a 15-pan. Is that how big Metropolis is? Good God, for the love of God, woman, write some stuff down. Do you know what I think it is? It's my hair throwing me off, because what happened is I went swimming and I didn't wash my hair afterwards, and now I look like a lion. And it's throwing me off. Anyway, I digressed. We've gone off the path completely here, but let's get back on the path. A 15-pan glam palette. I'm talking neutrals. I'm talking everyday soft glam, 15 pans, of all kinds of glorious soft glam shades from Natasha De Nonna in neutrals with mattes and shimmers and glitters and satins, and her creamy matte formula at a decent price point. My God, yes please. I sincerely hope that that mini glam palette was like a little hint of something to come, because yes please. Next up, a Huda Beauty mascara. Where is it? I was 100% sure that that was coming out this year, 100% sure. Fenty gave me what I wanted, thank you very much. Huda, not so much. They have lashes. I feel like everything Huda Beauty does is like full glam, full beat, full cover, crazy, big, thick, heavy makeup. That's what it is. Everything about it is like the most you can possibly do. So given my feeling and my preference towards mascara is all of those things, like more is more, what better brand to bring out a mascara than Huda Beauty? But please just don't make it fragrance, because I don't want my eyes to burn right out of my face. That's the last thing anybody needs in 2020. Now, Anastasia Beverly Hills. From this brand, I just want single blushes and single highlights. I know they have their loose powder highlights, and I feel like they've done, you know, palette highlights to death. The Amrezy highlight was one of the best highlights of all time, and it's gone apparently forever. That's what they say. Both Norvina and Amrezy have said it's never coming back. It's what I've got on today, you know? They brought out loose highlights, which I can't even imagine the mess they're gonna make, and I don't have the patience for it. I don't need the stress of that just glitter everywhere. I don't need it. And in my house there's a strong likelihood that some small person will open it, and good God, no thank you. I can't risk it. I love their bronzers, I love my Amrezy highlight, I love their blush palettes, the little trios. But you know, they're small, thin little, if you want to use one colour on its own, very tricky. I would love to see individual blushes from them, and I'd love to see individual powder highlights on the same level as that Amrezy highlight. This is what we need in 2020 from ABH. They had a phenomenal 2019. 2020, give us what we want. Lisa Eldridge got her lipstick on today. This is Velvet Decade. Really, from Lisa, I just want anything. It can be anything she wants, whatever she wants. More lipsticks. I mean, I could go on forever with Lisa. Like, anything she brings out, I'm gonna be obsessed with. I'm gonna love it like it's one of my children. I'm gonna buy it, and I know it's gonna be a very stressful process, and everything's gonna sell out in 33 seconds, because that's just how good she is. Knowing Lisa, knowing how busy she is, knowing how much of a perfectionist she is, hence why everything takes so long to come from her, knowing that everything she wants to put her name to has to be like original, no one's ever seen anything like it before, I can't see her bringing out like an entire brand in 2020. It's not going to happen, as much as we'd love it to. It's not going to happen. What I can see being realistic from Lisa is that I'm 100% sure she's going to bring out lip liners this year, and we love to see it. We love to see it. Lisa loves lip liners herself. She always provides us with some options to go with her lipsticks. So I think it's time we had Lisa's own lip liners to go with her own lipsticks. Just saying. Pat McGrath. I have two wishes from Pat McGrath. Number one, complexion products. So Pat has the double-ended like highlight sticks, does she? And then also a trio of cream highlights. What I want from Pat, I want bronzers. Probably a cream bronzer from Pat. Can you imagine what a cream bronzer from Pat McGrath would look like? I mean, give it to me now. That's what I will say about Pat's cream bronzer. I'd love to see blushes from Pat McGrath. Oh, again, imagine the skin-like, gorgeous, blending finish of a Pat McGrath blush, just for a minute. Will you please imagine it? And the same thing goes for, I'd love to see some powder highlights from Pat, because again, they would be like no other. She would change the whole highlight game with her eyes closed, I feel. I would love to see it all. The second thing, that was just one thing, by the way, complexion products. Doesn't count. It was one thing. Next up, and this was one that was in my 2019 version or my 2018 version, what's happening? And this is a Pat McGrath All Mattes palette. Oh my, can you imagine it? An all matte Pat McGrath palette. It would be a game changer. We all want it. We all want it, Pat. Please give it to us in 2020. It would just be an absolute delight. Next up, an ABH concealer. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. Her foundation knocked it out of the park last year. Absolutely love it. I always get excited about ABH drops. I really didn't have high hopes for their foundation. I don't know why. I think I had them in this bracket of like brows and eyes. Brows and eyes, brows and eyes, brows and eyes. You know, I've never been fully excited about their lipsticks or their complexion products. And last year, it all changed. Suddenly, I love their bronzers. Suddenly, I love their blushes. Suddenly, their foundation is bomb. You know, now I feel like no holds barred for that brand. Concealer, I know it's coming this year. I know it, I feel it, I sense it, I hear it, I see it, I want it, I need it, please. I know it's going to be full coverage. I know it's not going to be super, super matte because I feel like Norvina is a girl of my own heart, that she loves the glow and the dew. So I feel like their concealer will be full coverage, but it'll be natural. It won't be super cakey and matte and heavy. I just know she's going to do it for us. I know it, I see, I know it, I know it. A Natasha De Nonna 4-pan palette. So I'm talking like her Bloom palette, was it called? And then the tan palette. I know one of these is coming soon. I know it. Sorry for the interruption, guys, but since I filmed this video, Natasha De Nonna has now released this palette for her Love collection, which ties in with Valentine's. So the next little bit is going to be a little bit funny. However, obviously this palette is more of a pink tone. It's definitely not peachy that I am talking about. So my request still stands, Natasha. I still need the peach version, although this is pretty nice too. Again, I can sense it. I can almost smell it. And what I want it to be, I want it to be peach. I want a peach cream blush. I want a beautiful cream peachy blush, and then I want a matte blush in there. I want a peachy highlight and maybe a creamy peachy highlight as well. I don't care. I just want a 4-pan peachness from Natasha De Nonna in whatever she feels necessary. I know her Bloom palette has like one of the shades in there is a little peachy, but the blush is like a berry blush. So yeah, I want more. I want another 4-pan. I pray to the gods that it's gonna be a peachy one, because that will go all over my whole face. I just love it. I love it. And last but not least, from Hourglass, I would love to see from Hourglass a 4-pan face palette. I'm talking a bronzer. I'm talking a highlight. I'm talking a finishing face powder, and I'm talking a blush. Large 4-pan, like the size of, let's say, the Becca Chloe Malika palette, the Charlotte Tilbury Lovegasm. Big pans that we can get our brushes in, that's permanent, that comes in several shades for different skin tones, that has one of their finishing powders, one of their highlights, one of their bronzers and one of their blushes in different tones for different skins, that are permanent. Do you hear me? Permanent. Imagine it. If I could pick one of these products that to beam into existence this year, it would be that one. It will. It would be that one. I can't lie to you. That's the one. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I just have so much fun coming up with these ideas. I just think it's such a great idea. So shout out to Michelle for yet again letting me pull your inner thoughts directly from your brains and steal them and present them as my own. I can only thank you. That's all I can do. I could stop doing it, but I can't be stopped. So let me know, as always, what you think of my ideas for products down below, and let me know what your ideas for products are, what you want to see spoken into existence in 2020, and I will see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.